Hello, my book-loving friends, and welcome back to Storytime with Mary. This is where we get to read all of our favourite books. And if you're loving reading along with Mary, don't forget to hit the like button and also subscribe to our videos so that we can read together all the time. Okay, book lovers, I've got a really magical book for you today that's sprinkled in fairy dust and all things lovely. This book is called The Wish, and this book is from the Lollipop Brigade, and it's written and illustrated by J.A. Sweeney. So if you've got the Lollipop Brigade at home, grab it now and let's read it together. And while you're grabbing your magical book, I want to tell you a fun fact about lollipops, because we all love a lollipop, don't we? But I feel like if we eat too many, our teeth might hurt and you might feel a bit sick. However, I'm going to tell you about the biggest lollipop that was ever made in the world. In 2012, a company in America made a giant lollipop. It was so big that it was over 16 feet tall. Now that is about 3 of me. And it weighed about 3,000 kilograms, which is about 7,000 pounds. Now, that is a massive lollipop. 3,000 kilograms is heavier than a car. Imagine sinking your teeth into that giant lollipop. I don't think you'd get through it, do you? You might need a bit of help from all your family and friends to eat that lollipop. Okay, book lovers, if you've grabbed your book, The Wish, let's go on this magical adventure and see what happens. Okay, I hope you're all snuggly, because this is a bit of a longer book. So make sure you're comfortable and you've got all your teddy bears around, and let's go on this adventure together. There was once a little girl whose name was Emily. She had the bestest friend ever. Her name was Ali. These were other magical adventures of two best friends and the places that they travelled to. Emily woke up in her pink bed beside her pink bear with her pink light still on. Oh, Emily likes a lot of pink, doesn't she? She had fallen asleep reading her favourite book. Today was Saturday and there was no school. She and her bestest friend Ali had planned to open the pretty pink box that she had found in the attic above her bedroom. Today was the day. She wondered if Ali was awake yet. She and Ali had walkie-talkies that they used to talk to each other early in the morning and before they fell asleep at night. She hit the button and quietly said her name. Ali, Ali, are you there? Remember that we are going to open the box today. Just then, the doorbell rang. Ding dong. And Emily jumped out of bed and ran downstairs and threw open the door. It was Ali, and she had been up waiting for Emily to call her. I'm here, I'm here. When are we opening it? When? Now? The girls run up the stairs, jumping over the lazy dog that was still sleeping. Silly dog, said Ali. She never does anything but sleep. The girls ran into the bedroom and shut the door. They both ran for the bed and fell on the floor, reaching under the bed and pulling out the pink box. I wonder what's inside the box. And they found the key taped to the side. They opened the door just to check that her little brother Christopher, who Ali liked to call Topher, was nowhere to be seen. Seeing that the coast was clear and the dog, Dixie, was still sleeping on the stairs, they closed the door and prepared themselves to open the box. They grabbed the key and swooped up the box and put them on the bed of pink lace. They both sat with their knees pulled up to their chests and looked at each other with excitement, wondering what was inside the pretty pink box. They put the key in the lock, turned it one time and heard a click, and then the lock opened. This is exciting. They both took a deep breath and flipped the lid. To their surprise, inside the box were lollipops. Lollipops with swirlies and some with sparkles and sprinkles, different coloured ones, and ones with pretty ribbons. And finally, there was one with so many colours that they couldn't even count them all. Emily and Ali sat and wondered what to do, which lollipop to start with, and then wondered who put them in the attic. There must be something special about them. They laid all the lollipops on the bed. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, all the way to 12. 12 lollipops. But wait, there were 2 of each. Now they wouldn't have to choose. They could have 1 each of the matching lollipops. That meant 6 each. They jumped off the bed, ran to the door again, and checked to see if the silly little brother was still in his room and that dog Dixie was still sleeping on the stairs. Yep, everything is good. They closed the door and ran back to the bed and sat anxiously and talked about which one to unwrap first. Should they open the sparkly one, the ones with the sprinkles, ribbons, or the one with so many colours that it looked like a rainbow? That one, said Emily, pointing to the rainbow-looking lolly. Let's open that one first. They looked in the box just to make sure there were no more lollipops. But taped under the lid was a pink piece of paper. Do you think it's a letter? Ali said. Maybe it's a letter from the person who hid them in the attic. They carefully took out the piece of paper, opened it, and read what it said. If you have found these lollipops, know that they will take you to magical places, on adventures that only you can imagine. Each lollipop has a power unlike the others. Each one is different and will take you to faraway lands and mystical places. Keep the lollipop safe and locked away. There will be many magical adventures for you and many lands to visit. We hope that you enjoyed them as much as we did. Your new friends, Jen and Courtney. I wonder who Jen and Courtney are. The girls stopped and stared at each other with curiosity. What should we do, Ali? I don't know, Emily. And then they thought, and finally they said the same thing. Let's try one now. So carefully, they unwrapped the one with colours like the rainbow. They looked at each other, held hands, and took their first lick. Oh, it felt like they were being transported through a kaleidoscope tunnel filled with colours and swirls. And before they knew it, they were sitting on a bright green patch of grass where flowers dripped with sugar and the bright yellow sun was filled with lemon drop sparkles. I wonder where they've been transported to. Let's read on and find out. They sat for a minute and looked around, taking in all they were seeing. They looked at the flowers glistening with sugar in the sparkling lemon drop sun. They looked at the bright green grass with the purple butterflies flying low in the orange-coloured wind. A mountain of dandelions grew where red dragonflies were circling, trying to catch all the wishes that children had made. Suddenly, a small red dragonfly flew up beside Ali and landed on the wispy blade of green grass that laid beside her. The dragonfly turned her head as though she understood and quietly said, "You are new here." "New to where?" Emily asked. "Where are we?" "You are in a magical land where all of the creatures, large and small, fly. And now that you are here, you will fly too." Just then she flew away and yelled back, "My name is Dahlia. Follow me and I will show you around the land." So the girls stood up, put their arms up, to the crimson-coloured sky and let the orange-coloured wind lift them away, following Dahlia and feeling the wind in their hair. As they flew above the bright green grass, looking down at all the cotton candy trees, they noticed that all of the land was as colourful as the lollipop that had brought them there. So colourful that they could not count all the colours. There were purple butterflies, blue bees, red dragonflies, pink birds, and aqua ladybugs. They followed Dahlia over the hills that were lined with chartreuse-coloured daffodils, where the red dragonflies had come after counting all of the wishes the children had made. It was on this day that they met all of the butterflies, the bees, and more importantly, the special dragonflies that answered all of the children's wishes. The girls knew that Dahlia had helped their wishes come true, and that every time they blew a wish from a magical dandelion in front of the yard, this is where they came to be answered. So, when you are outside under the sparkling lemon drop sun with the snowflake white dandelions and you blow your wish, know that Dahlia and her red dragonfly friends are catching your wishes and sending them back to you. And if you believe with all the goodness in your heart, all your wishes will come true. That was The Wish from the Lollipop Brigade. What a magical adventure that was. I was swirling in all of the different colours. Were you? There were blue bees and red dragonflies and the yellow sun. Oh, it was amazing. I felt like I'd been transported into the magical land with them, where all your wishes get answered. So, book lovers, if you enjoyed The Wish by J.A. Sweeney as much as I did, don't forget to hit the like button and also subscribe to our videos so that we can read together again next time. Okay, book lovers, I'll see you again next time. Bye.